I'm gonna see if I can stream this through Mixer. I haven't tried doing it.
All right. Okay, we good now. We're good now. We're good.
Freaking real.
Yeah.
All
We've
right.
all done that before. Don't act like y'all
Testing.
better.
1, 2, 3. Testing. 1, 2, 3. All right, so we should be good. So, like I was saying a while ago, what's up, everybody? I'm back. Appreciate y'all coming back. And I know a couple of y'all that's in the chat right now. Y'all didn't come to. We had a podcast a few days ago. I guess you could call it an emergency podcast. You know, with the whole with the Insomniac games getting bought by Sony. So we talked about it. So yeah, we hadn't done one of those in probably over a year. I don't know when the last time we did that shit, man.
Been a while.
Yeah, it's been a minute. So yeah, so I guess as we get started, gonna get our intros out the way. Gonna get started. Let's start with you, Retro.
What's up, YouTube? Retro World here. Let's have some fun tonight.
All right, let's go with you, Amazu.
Yo, what's up, YouTube? This is Amazon in the house. Yeah, let's get it off.
Man, you sound like you out of space right now, man. Your mic. All right, third, let's go with Jalen.
What's going on, YouTube? This is your boy Jalen, and let's get this thing rolling.
All right, let's go with you, Nick.
What up, YouTube? Y'all ready to get naked?
No, sir.
Stop, Nick. Stop.
This isn't Twitch, sir. I don't know what you're thinking.
All
Your
right,
kids watching, Nick.
last not least, let's go to you, Alex.
What is going on, everyone? Alex Prime here, and we're back with another episode of the Real Talk Podcast. I hope you all enjoy.
All right, so let's get into some. I guess I'll start with what we've been playing this past week. I guess I'll start myself. I ain't played much. I've been watching mostly anime, but I've been playing Days Gone. I beat the game. I'm just basically getting some side missions done, and that's basically all I've been playing this week. I've been kind of busy this week. So what about you, Retro? What you been playing this week?
This week, honestly, I've not got time to play anything. I've had a really weird schedule at work, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Been waking up like 5:30 a.m. all week.
Oh,
Dang.
Damn.
All right. What about you, Amazu?
Same with Retro. I just, started my new job. I'm working at Amazon now, delivery driver.
Oh, you're Amazon now? Nice.
Yeah, FedEx. Yeah, some crap with FedEx happened with FedEx. No longer working with them no more. Fuck them, man. But anyway, I haven't had no time to really game. Getting up early, schedule's weird, and being a father.
Are you on a radio show or something?
Are you delivering packages right now? Is this a live Amazon delivery?
He's in the work.
I'm
Oh, man, he's on a podcast.
This man is going door to door with boxes in his hand on a podcast.
Real talk. Anybody that's in the chat
man,
needs to
that's
make that a meme. We need a meme of Amazu with a box in his hand, like Amazu delivers the content.
Maybe he's getting ready for Death Stranding, practicing his deliveries.
Oh, man.
I'm heading back in. That's why y'all hear all that.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm
man.
heading back in. It was a long night, yeah. And like
Sound like
220
you talking to walkie-talkie.
I'll tell you, he's out of space, man. He's out of
Maybe
space.
he's using the Nintendo Switch voice chat app or something.
Oh, dang.
Amazon, can you hear me? Over. Amazon, can you hear me? Over.
It's probably because I'm in a van. It's probably like it's an echo.
They already derailed.
All right, let's go to Jalen. What you been playing this week, man?
I've been playing Smash lately.
That's what's up.
Mm-hmm.
That's all you been playing this week? Oh, okay.
And the old GTA.
Which one?
Which one?
GTA 4.
4.
Oh.
Oh, okay. I hadn't played
That
that.
reminds me, rumor
That's a
has
bad
it
one.
Jalen got some aerials now.
Oh. I guess so.
Yeah, I've been practicing.
Okay. What about you, Nick? What you been playing, man?
couple of different things. First of all, Fire Emblem, trying to get through that game when I have a chance. I usually play on my days off the most.
Yeah.
Also, I've been playing Smash. Y'all can see me playing Smash every Tuesday on Twitch. First hour is real Smash. And then
No.
Everyone should watch Nick's stream to see Amira just destroy everyone. It was hilarious.
And also Judgment on PS4. So I've been jumping back and forth between a couple of different systems and enjoying a couple of different games. So
you tasting the greatness of the PS4, Nick? That's good.
I've had a PS4 for like 2 years now.
That's
Where's everybody
crazy.
going?
That's good.
No, real. I shit you not. I said Amir's name, and you went up like 5 watchers.
All right.
Yeah. So,
Oh, go ahead.
yeah, that's it.
Okay. All right, what you been playing, Alex?
Monday I played Mario Kart. Tuesday was Smash. Wednesday Mario Maker. Thursday me and Nick were playing some Apex Legends. That was pretty fun. And Saints Row.
Looking for a third.
Trying to go through that. Yeah, we need a third because right now it's just me and Nick. We need a third person. But yeah, other than that, I've been playing Saints Row the Third. That is a really fun game, by the way. I like that game. And yeah, that's about it.
All right, so I guess we get to something a little smaller right quick. You know, I didn't watch the whole entire Gamescom, but we did get some footage of 3 different beat 'em ups. One, of course, y'all know my favorite, Streets of Rage 4. The second was Battletoads. We're gonna talk about that in a second. And third, surprisingly, this game that's from WayForward, the makers that made Shantae, they doing a beat 'em up game, and surprisingly, I thought it looks good.
City Girls. That game looks awesome.
It looks good. Like I thought, just by looking at the title, I thought it was gonna be like a little girly girl game, but no, them girls. They beat your ass, man.
Girl game.
Man, that game looks pretty fire, man. I like how they got a little anime in it too. Got the anime cutscenes and
yeah, it's awesome. Man.
Yeah, same way Streets of Rage 4. There's some anime cutscenes in that, and I'm not sure if Battletoads have it. I'm not sure, but
Battletoads is looking pretty spooky.
Yeah, so I guess let's talk about these beat 'em ups. I'm not sure if y'all familiar with it, but I love beat 'em up games. Grew up with them. So basically, 2 out of those 3 beat 'em ups I'm very excited about because of course we got the original composer that's working on Streets of Rage 4, and the music is awesome, man, and it's giving me that nostalgia feeling in the game. And I know I'm not sure who played Streets of Rage growing up, but when I did, I used to enjoy just listening to the music, and of course the gameplay is it's spot on. It's very awesome. And of course when I saw with this game the new character was a Cherry or something like that, she looks pretty cool, and they got new combos and all that. And I saw the 7 minutes of gameplay on IGN, and it's pretty cool, and I'm really liking it. And I know some people ask when this game's supposed to have a release date. I believe what's the name of the publisher? It starts with a D. I forgot, but they're aiming for a early 2020 release. So yeah, I was hoping it would come out this year because, of course, games like that shouldn't take that long to develop.
Yeah, but at this point, they missed their window because the next few months are just too packed. This game will get lost in the shuffle.
I understand that. But at the same time, like, this is a long-awaited game for over 20 years. So yeah. Take your time, man, because there's a lot of fans.
It's good though. Like the animation style that they chose looks really nice.
I know some people had an issue with it at first because they want the pixelated graphics. But like
I prefer this kind of animation.
Me too. Like I was hoping that remember what Capcom did with the Street Fighter. Which one was that? The Street Fighter Ultimate, the Final Challenge or something like that. They gave you 2 different styles. You could play the 16-bit, or you could play the hand drawn.
You could switch out the art style.
Yeah, so I was hoping that they would give us that option on this, but either way it goes, I like it. So we got that, and the what's the name with the girls? What's the name of that one?
River City Girls.
Okay, River City Girls, like that game is awesome. Like,
Yeah, that's the more retro style one. That's the 16-bit.
yeah. So I can definitely relate to that, and it's fast
That
paced.
comes out soon. That's in September 5th.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's very retro centric, fast paced. Like, you know, like them girls, they angry because their boyfriends got beat up and kidnapped. They just
It's basically the opposite of what we normally do.
so they basically they beat up the whole school.
Their weak ass boyfriends got beat up and kidnapped.
Oh, that's funny, man. I showed my daughter that yesterday, boy. She was like, "Okay, Daddy, I got to get it. When is this game coming out?" I was like, "Oh my gosh! Oh, now you want to get the game since it's females rescuing dudes? Okay, whatever." Nah, but overall, the game looks awesome though.
Hey, I wonder how many guys got upset about this. Got in the family.
Probably solid red. And last not least, man, come on, Battletoads, man. Okay, this is a long-awaited game for a very long time, and once again, like Microsoft, why? It's like when Microsoft put their hands on anything, it stinks. It smells worse than shit. I'm trying not to cuss. It's that bad. Like the game pacing is so slow. Like I don't know what it is. I think they just need to just scrap it and start over because
it feels like they made this game very quickly.
Yeah, like it's just I don't even know. Okay, let's do round table, man. Alex, what you think about all this, man? You know, with the Battletoads.
Well, first of all, I just want to say I'm happy we're getting a lot of options for beat 'em up games because, like you, I grew up with these kind of games and I love these kind of games. Turtles in Time is the greatest game of all time. We're not getting into it.
No, we getting into this. No, it's Streets of Rage.
Hey. I would argue the Simpsons game where you got to save Maggie is the best.
Hey, those Simpsons games
that was pretty cool.
Fire.
The arcade one?
So good.
Yeah.
They
have that on consoles now too. Yeah, that one's really good.
Yeah. Those Simpsons games were actually very good. But Battletoads, like, I like the art style. Like, I kind of dig the art style, but the gameplay is there's something wrong. Like they all move slow. Their attacks don't look fluid. They look like the attacks don't connect properly. I'm not sure if this is something. Hopefully, it's something they can fix before the game launches. But right now, it's just not looking great, man. And it doesn't even look difficult because you know how Battletoads is. Its claim to fame is being ridiculously difficult. Mm-hmm. And from the gameplay I'm watching right now, it doesn't look all that hard. And it seems like a lot of people agree because I'm on the IGN site right now, and it's got 2,000 dislikes versus 1,000 likes.
Hey, let's be real. If IGN beats a game, you know it's trash.
Well, yeah, this is their footage from Gamescom. They have like a 9-minute video of the gameplay. It just doesn't look good. I don't know what went wrong with this game. I'm hoping they can fix it because it's supposed to be 2020, right? So there's still time. Mm-hmm. But as it is right now, it's the worst by far out of the 3 beat 'em up games.
Oh yeah.
Being Streets of Rage 4 and River City Girls, of course.
So pick which one is the best one, Alex. Pick. Come on, man. Come on.
I like the combats and the art style more for Streets of Rage 4 than River City Girls, but I'm assuming that the story and the dialogue in that River City Girls game will be better because it's from the Shantae team and they make really good games. And they're like really funny games. So I think that part will be better. But I think like overall combat wise, Streets of Rage 4 is probably the best of the 3. And then Battletoads is just by far the worst.
So say it. Who's the best?
Turtles in Time is the best. I already said that. You're talking about fighting for second here, but
whatever, man. Whatever. All right.
Turtles in Time can't be beat.
Hey, did somebody? Oh, Elmo's must have left. All right, what you think, Nick? What you think about these 3 beat 'em ups? What you think about them?
Come back to me because I'm looking at footage right now. I have an opinion in about 5 minutes.
All right, anybody else saw the beat 'em up games? What about you, Retro Bro?
I've seen Streets of Rage. That was the only one I really seen. Well, that and Battletoads, of course. And Streets of Rage is looking pretty decent. Battletoads, on the other hand, I can't say I'm surprised that it's so bad. I mean, Xbox probably didn't put too much work into it because they weren't sure their fans were really gonna go for this game exactly. But I guess on the bright side for the Xbox fanboys, it is first-person shooter speed, so that's a plus.
Wow.
At least it's on Game Pass too.
See, that's another thing that worries me, man. Like all their exclusives that's going on Game Pass, I feel that their quality is going to go down because of course, like we paying what $15 a month for Game Pass plus Xbox Live, and we're not paying $60.
Speak for yourself, sir. I spend $5 a month on Game Pass.
Oh hell no! Whatever. Oh, that's right. That's right. I keep forgetting. But yeah, I said this a long time ago. I feel that if they putting all the exclusives on Game Pass, then I feel that not much time and effort that's going to be put into these games to make sure the quality is up to snuff. And this is another prime example. Of course, you have Sea of Thieves, State of Decay, Crackdown 3. All those games with the Game Pass day one. And look at how shitty those games is. Now we got another game that's about to come out. Who is that noise? Who is that?
Jalen. That was me, my fault. I was watching that.
It's always Jalen, man.
It's always Jalen.
Other games, they were being built before Game Pass was a thing. Like this game seems like a built for Game Pass game.
But you know what's crazy though?
That they can get out soon to give Game Pass some content.
The crazy thing is I can't even agree with that because I took time to play Game Pass because my cousin got it at his house, and Game Pass is OP as fuck. All the good games are on Game Pass for free, but the mediocre games like UFC 2 are the ones that make you pay for. It's like Xbox best kept secret.
Already in development and just put onto Game Pass. What I'm saying is like this is one of the games that was starting to be made after Game Pass was already a thing.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Either way it goes, it's just I just feel the quality is not gonna be there since it's gonna be on Game Pass and
Not really.
Anybody else want to touch on this? Anybody else saw the beat 'em up games?
I seen the River City game in the Streets of Rage.
What you think?
I pretty much agree with y'all. The River City and Streets of Rage looking good. Battletoads is suspect.
It's such a letdown, man.
I'm just hoping for Streets of Rage 4.
Everyone in here
play
probably
Shiva
broke
without
a
a code.
Battletoad, right?
I hope in Streets of Rage 4 we don't have Mr. X as the final boss again.
I would imagine so.
Mr.
He may not be, because for Streets of Rage 3 in the real ending, you don't fight him at all.
That is true.
For the real ending for Streets of Rage 3, you fight Shiva, and he's like ridiculously OP for some reason. Like solo, you 3v1.
If you play Streets of Rage, 3, man, you rage quit. That game is hard as hell.
You never beat that game?
I did, y'all beat it. It's hard though. It is hard. You know what?
Did you get the true ending, or you got the bullshit one?
No, there's two different
with
endings.
the robot, with the spinning robot.
See, Amazon know the bullshit one.
But
I never got Shiva at the end.
Like it's
You
one.
you gotta put in a code on hard to get Shiva.
You know one part of the game that really
But
frustrates
he's
me.
broken as fuck.
Man, that's when you get to that when you get to the level with them ninjas, man, I get tore up by them, man. I can't make it past it on very hard.
It's those two females.
You know what you gotta do?
What?
Everyone in Streets of Rage, no matter how much they move, stand perfectly still every time they're about to strike. Like they can't move and strike at the same time. So if you get used to, instead of moving forward and backwards, tapping up the roll up and down the roll down because you're going vertically instead of diagonally, you'll get hit less. And you can just do that. You wait for them to swing, roll down, go slam them, hit ground and pound them, and you can do that the whole time. Then combo it into your specials and basically
you gotta do that with the what's that stage? What's that stage? You in that club fighting those two females that's jumping everywhere? Like, god dang.
Real, that's the second level.
That's
when you get crazy.
No, that's what I'm
That's when
saying.
you get rude.
No, that's what I'm saying. When you go to the second level, and when you face,
Real got bodied on the second stage.
no, I used to get bodied, but I swear, like I used to lose.
That's when Real was moonlighting as a video game journalist.
No, like man, like I used to lose at least continue facing those two chicks, man. Like what you was talking about. You know, you got to strategize. You know, with the
Yeah, you definitely got to.
Because if you don't strategize, if you just want to just go and just beat them up, you're gonna get your ass whooped. That's just how it is with Streets of Rage 3. It's not like Streets of Rage 2. You know, Streets of Rage 3, man. It's like this. If you want a experience that you just want to just button mash and you think you're gonna beat the game, Streets of Rage 3 is not the game for you. That's all I'm
I
saying.
bet
I
you.
would honestly argue though on the real.
I think for
not
sure
even
Streets of
joking.
Rage 2 was hard too, though.
Three is
not
actually
like 3.
easier than 2.
No,
And here's why. Streets of Rage 2 didn't really have as many combos that you could chain together,
Yeah.
but you did more damage than you did Streets of Rage 3. Streets of Rage 3 allows you to do more combos, but you deal less damage. Also, you could spam your special more in 2 without taking as much as your health. You lose a lot of health for using your special in Streets of Rage 3. The only character that can do his special is Axel, because he got that secret special where if you do forward punch, he does bare knuckle instead of dragon fist, and that doesn't take any energy. Though it
he got that spinning Ryu uppercut, huh?
Yeah, that one takes his health.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, them combos was clean at 3.
Man,
though,
I hope
boy.
they add.
Especially with Axel.
Do you think 4 is going to be like toned down as far as the difficulty?
I don't know.
Yeah, I hope not.
I think like Battletoads and Streets of Rage 4 are going to be toned down big time.
I hope not, because they need to pander to the old school fan base, man. It's like
I want it to be as hardcore as 3, because 3 was amazing, especially if you use Axel. He was broken too. You could do like jab Sharukan combo, and before you do Sharukan, cancel in the bare knuckle. Like you had all types of really good chains you can do.
I remember that combo.
Here come the Streets of Rage is the new Dark Souls.
Oh god!
Oh,
Streets of Rage is the Dark Souls of beat 'em ups.
Oh boy! A fucking game comes out that these people can't even play. Is this the new Dark Souls?
Oh lord!
Is this new Call of Duty the Dark Souls of Call of Duty?
Oh man!
All right. Anybody else got anything on this before we go to another topic?
Okay, so anyway, real quick.
Okay.
Since I did finally look enough footage to make an informed decision, the order of interest I would go in is Street Rage 4. That looks pretty good. My second will be Battletoads. I know. I knew it.
You're canceled.
Hating on River City girls. Why do you hate women, Nick?
Hey, I'm still looking forward to River City Girl. That looks pretty good too. But have you guys ever played River City Ransom? Like the first one?
That's the prequel to this, right?
The one on Nintendo, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or if you don't want to go back that far, I'll even use this as an example. Scott Pilgrim vs. the World.
Yeah, that was.
That game's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Scott Pilgrim vs. the World pretty much plays like
River City
Ransom.
Yeah.
I'm not saying these are bad games, but if you don't understand the concept of them, you might be a little lost. And that's where you have to actually go into shops and buy.
Xbox has a game right now that plays like that. The new Double Dragon Neon plays like that on Xbox.
That one too. That's actually another good example where you have to like go and buy
upgrades to make yourself strong enough for boss fights.
You could do that in one of the versions of I think the original Double Dragon, and one of them had that same concept. I don't know who did it first, but
it's
a lot of them do the
knowing
same
that
thing.
the Scott Pilgrim game got taken down and never made again.
Yeah,
it was such a good game. Like Wallace was broken. He had that rolling nut punch that used to kill everyone.
But I'm just saying, in order of interest, that's what I'm looking at.
Okay. All right.
Y'all can send your angry tweets to YesTheGamerNick.
That's your opinion, man. That's your opinion. I'm not gonna argue with you, man. Yeah, I guess you say Battletoads over that game since you grew up a Nintendo fanboy, so I understand. I understand.
Battletoads is an Xbox game. What are you?
No, but it was on Nintendo first. I'm talking about the NES and the Super NES.
Yep.
What's that got to do with now?
Because you got a bias. You got a bias towards. That's what it is.
Oh man.
That's what it is.
Whatever. On next topic. I'm not trying to.
No, I'm ready to fight today, Nick. Come on.
Nick, like I ain't trying to get us on fire again.
Hey. At least my favorite company is still alive making consoles.
Oh, damn. Hey, Sega's still around. Ain't
Sega's on fire right
That's
now.
fucked up. My man Nick said it's Friday and I got the whip, so I drove by.
Hey, shit. Hey, you're dissing Sega. Hell, shit. We wouldn't have a Streets of Rage if it wasn't for Sega to okay the game. So, hey, in your face.
Yep.
Uh-huh. And there was another game that they got. You got that Persona 5. What's the name of it? Persona 5 something coming out next year. It's supposed to have some extra,
Royal?
Yeah, it's supposed to have some extra content. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to that one.
That's looks like it has a lot of extra content.
We got Yakuza, now Judgment too.
Yeah, we got the
Judgment,
Yakuza collection, which I just pre-ordered today, so I'm super happy about that.
And
we're getting a brand new
Yakuza. I bought a Saturn before 64.
And another game y'all not thinking about, the Mario Sonic Olympics. So, hey.
Yeah, that actually looks surprisingly good.
It does. Surprisingly,
Which
Sega.
game you pre-ordered, Alex?
That's a Sega, huh?
You said you pre-ordered the game?
Yeah, Yakuza, the collection. I want the box.
Is it? Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's not announced for PC yet. It'll come later.
So yeah, as you talking shit about Sega, Nick, Sega got a lot of things going on, man. A lot of and the mini console too. The mini console come out in a couple of months. No, it's next month.
Virtual Fighter 6.
That's next month.
They do nothing.
Oh, it comes out next month.
That's next month. The mini console. You got Mario Sonic Olympus. Like they're
Sega's making a real good case for themselves this year.
Yeah.
So, where's my Virtual Fighter 6? Huh? Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what's going on.
That, y'all got nothing. Yeah.
They make good fighting games. So what's going on with them? I don't know. What about what's that game that's rumored? It's not a Sega game, but it was on Dreamcast. Power Stone. What is going on? Yeah, that was a rumor.
That's Capcom. We gotta talk to him about
Capcom, though?
Yeah.
It is.
It is.
It is.
Yeah,
that means it's never coming back. I'm sorry.
Yeah, exactly.
No,
Street Fighter instead.
No, they actually listening to us. You know, with the Resident Evil 2 remake, they listen.
Yeah, I don't like
when Mega Man comes back, which is never, bruh.
Do fighting games sell well enough for Sega to even care anymore, though?
They do. Fighting games actually sell more now, thanks to more prize pots going into the FGC community for competitive tournaments. Yeah. Now more than ever, people are playing fighting games in hopes that they're good enough to go pro.
Fighting games sell like, well, let's say like 2 million units.
Tekken.
If we're talking Street Fighter, Tekken 7, and Soul Calibur, then yes, absolutely.
And Soul Calibur.
And also if we're talking Smash Bros.
And Dragon Ball Z did good too.
Yeah, they all did good.
And Fighters did well. Yeah.
Dragon Ball FighterZ is doing so well, they're not even being creative with characters. They put Goku in every DLC, and people are still playing this shit. Wow. It's true. Like you got regular Goku, Super Saiyan Goku, Super Saiyan Blue Goku, Gogeta, Vegito, Bardock. Those are all fucking Gokus. Then you got ET Goku.
Well, to be fair, even
next
Goku
they're gonna be
alone,
like
there's
manga,
like 20
Dragon
forms
Ball
of Goku. People
like that is annoying. That is very annoying. That's like the shit on Smash Brothers with the Fire Emblem characters.
Oh my god, there's so many.
It's true. They're all Goku to me. I hate them all.
I think Capcom. I think they doing all right.
Get rid of the other motherfuckers.
Capcom's been having a really good year.
Yeah, don't forget their beat 'em up collection too. I like that.
Yeah.
I don't know if you played.
I want to see more beat 'em ups, man. I love beat 'em ups.
No, we seeing them more. That's why I like. Yeah, to be honest with you, that's why I like on how retro gaming became really hot topic these past few years, man. Yeah. Because it's piquing a lot of people's interest again, and piquing my interest.
That's why I like playing indie games, because a lot of them are like retro styled.
Yeah.
With like modern advancements, so it's really cool.
Yeah, for these large YouTubers making these videos, and we won't be getting these Streets of Rage and Battletoads, and there's other stuff. So hey, props to them. Props to them. So is there anybody else on this? We want to go to the next topic.
Oh, one more thing. You all heard it on this back podcast. I'm willing to bet one of the next characters to come out for Dragon Ball Fighters is going to be another Goku form. It's going to be Turles, his evil twin from like the Trio Might movie, which was like a damn Christmas special.
All right. So what do y'all think about that actual leak of that picture of the dev kit for the PS5? I guess it's real because that dude got in trouble. The one of the executives that worked for I won't say executives. What is that guy? What was his name? I forgot his name. But yeah, he posted a picture, and I think Super Metal Day asked him a question about it, and he basically gave it away. And all of a sudden, his Twitter got deleted. So that tells you something. So that basically confirms that the dev kit was actually real. And now the internet is blowing up, and all these YouTubers are making all these videos and everything. And some people thought that was the actual PS5. I was like, no, that's not the PS5.
How can you be so dumb to think this is what it's actually going to look like?
Yeah, I was like, what the hell?
Yeah.
And people,
this thing is so ugly. When has Sony ever made a console that looks this ugly? Like, come on.
Exactly.
Hey, it's crazy.
People
man.
believe it. People believe anything they see.
Yeah.
So with all the rumors of the PS5, it's gonna be a monster house. It's gonna be a monster. It's gonna be a powerhouse. It's gonna be a force to reckon with. And they saying it's gonna be more powerful than the Xbox Scorpio. And of course, the other day, the reason why I think it's going to be more powerful than Xbox Scorpio because Phil Spencer, he's talking about they're focusing more on the CPU frame rates than the graphical fidelity. So I don't have no issue with that. Look, we that's one of the biggest issues we had this generation, and we had a bunch of frame rate issues. So I am excited about that, but I want to know how powerful is the PS5, because y'all know, like, I'm getting the PS5 day one because like they just they got a good track history of having a really good games and a really good generation. And Xbox, we know they're gonna launch with the Halo Infinite, but they still need to prove themselves, because ever since Phil Spencer took over, it's just been downhill, and they still got a lot to prove. And like I said, and if I want to get me a PC within this year or sometime next year, then ain't no point in me getting an Xbox Scarlet, because another thing, no, we're gonna say that for that other topic. We'll say it for the other topic. But yeah, I guess it don't matter who go first. What do y'all think about the leaked picture of this dev kit? I don't care who goes first.
I'm just gonna put the article in the chat so you guys can see what the PS5 looks like. I guess I'll go first while they're looking. So it's pretty ugly. Like it's just a developer kit. I don't expect it to look good.
The hell is this?
That's what the PS5 dev kit looks like. And people think this is real. People think this is what the final part is gonna look like. I don't know how they're that dumb, but yeah, it's pretty ugly. This is just something for the developers to try their games out and see how it works. There's not even a disk drive on this thing, and now people are out there pretending like the PS5 is not going to have a disk drive and that they're okay with it. But when Xbox brought out an Xbox without a disk drive, it was bad. So funny how that works, by the way. But,
oh, this is the dev kit. Oh hell!
Yeah, people think. People actually think this is what the final product is going to look like.
Yeah,
people was putting a toilet next to the dev kit. It does kind of like a toilet.
It looks, it looks like a baby's booster seat or something.
Almost looks like
it looks hideous, but like, we know that Sony has been working with AMD on their graphics for the Navi cards. That might be exclusive to Sony, which is why the PS5 may actually end up being stronger than the Xbox Scarlet, and why Phil's talking about frame rate and they're focusing on the CPU, which I would be perfectly fine with. Like these new consoles could be just as powerful as the Xbox One X graphically, and just improve their CPU and have better frame rate, and that would be fine. That would be perfect, because like graphically they're already very nice. The graphics are excellent. They just need to fix their terrible frame rate.
Yeah.
And now they're gonna have
Yes.
like really super fast SSDs in the consoles too. Both of them are gonna have that, and that's awesome because that was another huge issue with these consoles. They're so slow at loading games, and so those are the biggest improvements. Having nice graphics is awesome and everything, but like having a better frame rate and faster loading times for your games is way more important.
Take that.
Oh yeah, I forgot about
We'll
that.
see,
No,
but-
no loading times. No loading time. That's
That's
another
there'll be
great.
like virtually no loading
That's
times.
good. That's good.
The SSD that's in this PS5 is faster than anything you can buy even for PC right now, which is crazy.
Because I want to have another situation. Like I know Red Dead Redemption, their loading time could be kind of bad. And what's that? What's the other game that Xbox exclusive? Well, it was exclusive. Recore. Yeah, that
Recore
was
really
terrible. You would be waiting
Terrible
a
loading
minute,
times on console.
sometimes 2 minutes. That's
That's
that bad.
crazy.
And I know
Old school.
Days
It's like
gone.
playing old school Chrono Trigger on PlayStation 1, huh?
It's ridiculous.
Yes,
There's no reason a modern console should load games like that.
Yeah, I know. Ooh. Be remind you of them the Neo Geo CD back then. I don't know if you know anything about it. Well, Neo Geo CD was about 5 minutes. It is that bad, dude.
Wow.
It is that bad.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that make the PS1 look like a modern console.
I know. So, who else we got? Well, Nick, what's your thoughts about the dev kits?
This happens every time there's a new system out or coming out.
Yep.
This image gets leaked online. Everybody panics. Everybody makes fun of it. I mean, remember the Switch, or when it was the NX, and you got that football-shaped looking thing that they're trying to pass off as a controller thing, or whatever.
Yeah, everybody took that. Everybody thought that was the real controller.
It showed the original concept with the controllers that are supposed to go on the side of the Switch and stuff like that. Like all that shit. So this is no different. That's probably not even. That was probably somebody's concept drawing that they made, and it was on a napkin or something. So somebody went, "Oh, that's totally the dev kit." I'm like, "So what is a dev kit? That's not even the system." And like, y'all ain't getting dev kits, you're getting the system. So yeah, I'm not sitting there going, ha ha ha, that thing was, because that's probably not even it at all.
Yeah, getting the list.
Stupid concept that y'all, because it's the internet, had to believe, because the internet's full of fucking idiots who believe it. It's like, that's probably not even it. You know what the dev kit looks like for a PS5? It looks like a fucking PC. That's what it looks like.
Yeah.
A horseshoe.
Same thing for the next Xbox. Hell, same thing for the Switch. It's a fucking PC before it turns into a system. Calm down.
Damn.
Exactly.
Dang, when you're not mad, Nick, I don't remember you been just happy.
I'm not angry.
You always angry, man.
I'm not angry. I'm just delivering.
You should see him when you play Mario Kart.
There's a difference.
Hey, that's why we used to call you Squidward, man. That's all you do. Yeah. That was your first words. He was a baby. Yeah. Oh, boy. All right. Who else want to go at this? I don't care. Who else?
Not really much to say, man. It's real.
What y'all think? What y'all think with the dev kit?
Who's gonna go?
I don't care. Don't matter.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Like Nick said, like I was gonna say, then people need to calm down and wait for the damn thing to get revealed before they jump into conclusion, like they did with the Switch. Because remember when people said that the Switch was gonna be the more powerful than the PS4, more powerful than the Xbox One.
Yes.
Oh, man.
Yeah, and people, and you know how many people got disappointed when the Switch was when the Switch was low power. and people said the Switch was going to fail. And people said Nintendo failed them. People lost hope.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, no,
You see how that turned out.
yeah, no, no. You're the one. No, it was you. No, it was you that got your hopes up and believe all these damn rumors.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Super Metal
yeah.
Day.
So calm down and just wait. Yeah, just calm down and wait for the wait for the and wait for the real best comes out for the horse's mouth.
No, I got you. I got you. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
no, you're right. You're right. Like, like a lot of these people, they just do this because they want some attention. Of course, you got a lot of these thirsty YouTubers trying to get some clicks and all that, trying to get some subscribers. Kind of like with the whole Switch thing. When it was the NX, and a lot of YouTubers so thirsty, and actually some of them blew up and got a lot of subscribers because of the NX hype train. And of course, the NX turned to the Switch, and they done completely turned their channel around from talking about Xbox and PlayStation to talking to Nintendo because they was getting those views. So, it's the same thing. People gonna be talking about PS4. You got people that don't even talk about Sony content. Also want to talk about all these dev kids talk about PS5, this PS5,
Yep.
that. I see it all the time. It's a lot of these Nintendo YouTubers, especially these Nintendo YouTubers. They are so thirsty for views, man.
That's the
I ain't naming no names, but a lot of these guys are thirsty for views. They never talk about
The games that's coming out for the Switch.
Yeah,
They never talk about their online. They only talk about the consoles. They only talk about the leaks. They only talk about rumors.
yeah. That's because it brings in views, and views brings in revenue. So that's all it's about, man. I'm the type of person. If this whatever story or article, if it piques my interest, then yes, I'll talk about it. But I'm not gonna want to hurry up and leave work and come straight home and try to be the first YouTuber to post a video up just to get those views. Nah, I ain't like that, man. You got some of these thirsty guys in this community that is so hungry and thirsty to be the first one to post these videos. Like, even though a lot of this content that they talking about, it don't even go with what they doing on their channel in the first place. So yeah, I ain't trying to dig all up in there, but yeah, like with these dev kids, people are just going out of hand with this. Like somebody shouldn't have leaked it, and that's why he got his Twitter deleted. So it is what it is. We still don't know the final product of the PS5. We don't know.
We didn't know what the hell the PS5 even looks like.
Yeah, we didn't even get like any sort of specs from this dev kit.
No, we didn't.
We didn't get anything. All we got was a picture of what it looks like. And it's like, who cares? The one we're going to buy doesn't look anything like this.
No, it's going to look totally different.
Yeah. That's the thing I don't understand is like, why is everyone, even us now, why is everyone talking about this thing? It's not something we can buy. We learned nothing about it.
Because they want views, because they want that revenue, they want money.
It's crazy to me. Like, it would have been more interesting if the guy had explained to us, this is what the RAM is, this is the processor, all this shit. That would have been cool. Like, all we got was like a picture, and then somebody created a 3D render somehow. That's what we're looking.
People already naming names in the comments.
Yeah. Well, they all know who it is.
Yeah. Philip told me he said Nintendo YouTubers have no reason to be thirsty for views. Have you seen the Switch library? They have plenty of content to base videos off of. Yeah, you're right, Philip. The Switch is doing so good. Like, I don't see why these Nintendo YouTubers you got to talk about other consoles, because they're not interested in those other consoles. They interested in those views. It's kind of like with E3. Like, you got all these people that has hundreds of thousands of subscribers. Of course, they get good views when the Nintendo Direct comes on. But as soon as the Direct goes off, when we go to the Microsoft conference and Sony conference, you would think they should be all right. But no, they still want to stream the other conference. They do what they want to do, but I just feel it's kind of selfish because they're so thirsty. They leaving these smaller YouTubers, to get left with the scraps as far as the viewership. So that's just how I see it. They just been stingy with views. So that's just how I see it, man. They just so thirsty. So, you know,
I don't know. It's like from what I've seen, at least the successful Nintendo YouTubers do one thing that I've never really thought, and it's actually an effective marketing strategy. Not going to say the names of some of these YouTubers, but what they do is they have their podcast set up in the fourths.
Yeah.
One of those fourths, half of that 1/4 is the amount of time they talk about Nintendo. The rest of the time, they're telling stories about shit they did in real life. Like, it's barely a gaming podcast, to be honest. But those are the ones that are really successful. Like, some of these fighting game YouTubers for Smash, for example, most of their content when they're not playing Smash is talking about stories of stuff they did. Or times there were like fights and parties that dealt with Smash. But it's not really a lot of gaming for the successful Nintendo YouTubers. All of them have like this community where they talk about life and do shit.
I guess.
Right.
I'm just going by like
you giving them too much credit, Retro.
No, I'm right. Spicy Gamers even answered it. Zero was a Pro Smash Bros. Player, and his whole content channel now is him trolling when he plays games.
Oh,
He's
really?
absolutely rich. He
That's
didn't make
more,
that much money when he was
more
winning.
interesting than watching him just play Smash.
That's a blog podcast.
Blog podcast.
Oh, that's funny. I don't know, man. These people, they just thirsty. It's all they just want. They just want those views. That's all they want, man.
And I mean, Shokyo does that too. Like he plays like Nintendo games, but I see him playing more games that aren't Nintendo, and he does like other stuff too that keeps his podcast interesting. Like he'll do movie nights where fans and stuff pick. Like he does a lot of stuff to keep his content interesting. It's not just all Nintendo.
He streams a lot of PS4 games too. He streams some other content.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like he has a lot of content that's not Nintendo.
Yeah,
and it keeps his channel interesting.
Yeah,
that's why it's so funny when like other YouTubers who don't claim to be Nintendo only, basically only show Nintendo, but now want to jump on the PS5 bandwagon when you know they don't even touch their PS4s. What the hell? It's just strange.
Just remember, if you want the best PS4 up-to-date, not PS4, PS5 up-to-date information, follow an Xbox channel.
Go watch an Xbox channel.
and if you want the best Xbox information, go watch the PS4 channel.
You mean what's your boy? What's that? Sony boy? That fanboy? What's his name? He's awful. What is a massive fan? But what is JTech? Oh my god!
He'll tell you everything about. He'll tell you everything about Xbox.
Oh, he is a massive fanboy. Oh my gosh!
The only Xbox channel I like is Randall Thor.
Yeah, he's pretty fair. That's what I like about him.
Yeah, because he's fair. Yeah,
he's not biased. Like I guess even though he's a true Xbox fan. Well, you got to be a true Xbox fan if you got over 1 million.
He has a million gamer score. That guy's Xbox to the
that's
bone,
the type of Xbox channel you want to follow. You know, but I like how he present his
but he's
videos.
Fair about
he's
things.
fair.
Yeah.
He don't go overly dramatic, and sometimes I could feel the frustrations coming out of him based on the decisions that Microsoft is making with the Xbox brand.
Yeah.
So like he don't say it, but I could just feel it in his tone of voice on how frustrated he is. You know, and a lot of people been frustrated. That Sony channel I've been following, was it MB something? He said he used to be a massive fanboy for the Xbox, and he said Microsoft, they did so poorly this generation. He switched over to being a PlayStation guy, and it ain't just him. A lot of people switching over.
There's a lot of Xbox YouTubers.
Aaron Wolf switched over. Crap Gaming switched over. Zaire switched over. I've been trolling about me switching over, man. And Mr. Zen Gamer, he ain't liking that, man. He's telling me I can't come home. Really, you can't come home. You're a traitor, man. You're a disgrace to the Xbox community. Yeah, man. They take their console wars. They take it very serious, man.
Like I said, that's a big thing. Right? It's a damn shame.
Like, what's going on with Zen, man? And then you told me what happened. I'm like, wow.
Zen he is so mad at me. He don't even want to come to my podcast no more, man.
It's a damn shame.
I ain't coming to that fraudulent cast. He called it the fraud cast.
It's a damn shame. Like, why the hell do you predict yourself to only one console?
I don't
Nobody
know,
knows.
man.
People like
Like
game,
this.
baby, man. Like as much as I like my PC, man. I mean, hey, everybody. I know not everybody gonna like the PC. That's fine, you know. I
That's
don't give a damn if you
see.
don't.
That's
You know,
why
as long
it's.
as I have it, that's all I care about.
That's why exclusives is so important, man. And that's another thing I want to talk about with the Xbox thing. That's like one of the main topics is the, of course, not only they have lack of exclusives, but now we got a lot of this confusion coming from three different. I think it's two or three different people. One talking about they not making, they ain't putting no more of their exclusives on other consoles, and Ori and the Blind Forest is gonna be the last one. And now you got somebody else talking about we want to put Game Pass on all consoles, and I know Phil Spencer last year mentioned about that. He wanted to, someday put his Game Pass on every device. So
Yep.
now we got this contradiction going on, and of course, I was watching some videos. Crowd Game talked about that. This Randall Thor. Was it Randall Thor? Yeah, he was talking
Yeah,
about
Randall
it.
Thor.
And like it's just a bunch of confusion. They want to know what are they talking about. This is what got them in trouble in the first place, because one party saying one thing, another party saying another thing, just confusing your hardcore fan base. And what's going on right now is very confusing, and that's why a lot of people is predicting that the Xbox is going third party after the Scarlet generation, because at this point, if they're going to put everything on Game Pass, then why are you wasting your money on making consoles if you're going to put all the games on the other devices? You're taking money away from the Xbox side. So if you're gonna distribute all your products on all these consoles, then just stop production of making these Xbox consoles and just go third party. Like, it's simple. Just go third party and probably just keep your PC around and stop making consoles. That's just how I see it, man. Because of course you got I know a lot of people said that the girls popping, it's alright, but it's still a massive middle finger to your hardcore Xbox fan base. Even though the game is not all that, but that still deserves to be on an Xbox console. Even though they didn't, restricted to cell phone, and I'm not. Is it on PC? I'm not sure if it's on PC or not.
Yeah, it's on PC.
Oh wow, that's a middle finger right there. That's a middle finger up your ass. God dang, that is.
When you come to PC, how you gonna make extra?
That is why we got a mass confusion going on, because of stuff like that. And I know VG charts is not accurate, and I know, but it's very close. And I don't know who posted that in the Discord chat of the latest VG charts, but yeah, it seems that the Xbox One is getting those Wii U numbers, and it's not looking too good, man. It is not. It's bad, dude. It is bad, and we about to come, to the holidays, and I doubt that the Xbox One is gonna sell as much as they did last year's holiday. They probably won't even sell half. I just don't see it, man. I know Gears is coming out, but I don't see it, man. People lost faith, man. Hopefully next generation, with all these studios they done picked up, hopefully they will turn things around. But like I say, if they gonna put all their games on other consoles, then just go third party. I talked enough, man. Who wanna take the baton?
I'll go next. Playing devil's advocate here, in Microsoft's defense, just so we're looking at both sides of the perspective, their fan base really don't buy shit other than shooters and sports games. Mm-hmm. So as a company that needs to make money and a profit to sustain, even be able to put anything out, it makes more sense for them to go this direction. Also, technically, Microsoft was a platform for computers first before gaming consoles. So if they're going back to PC, isn't that technically first party for Microsoft? I mean, they're just going back to the platform they're already best at. I mean, they already dominated in computers, tried the gaming thing, and it's not going too well for them. So they said, fuck it. We'll just sell other people's games on our number one platform. The computers that everyone buys, whether you work at a job, go to a high school, or go to a college.
I think people are confusing the term third party with the term gaming service.
Yeah, I would agree.
All right. Well,
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like how Steam is. It's not. I know Steam's primarily on PC, but it's more of a service than it is like a third party thing.
Right.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
Xbox is trying to probably outdo Steam because Steam is basically still on computer, PC. It's primary computer, and that's it. Xbox, Microsoft at least, would want to one up that with the Xbox brand and say, well, you can get us play our games on anywhere. So they're basically trying to be more like Google Stadia instead of Steam.
And at a more competitive price too, so that's a reasonable market.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Of course, Xbox the Game Pass is like you pay a monthly fee and you have access to a bunch of games. Unlike with Steam or Stadia, is you pay a monthly fee. Well, you don't pay a monthly fee for Steam. That's a dumb thing to say. You know what I'm saying? Like Steam is free. You got to buy the games though.
Yeah, we know what you're saying, man.
And Stadia is like you got to pay a monthly fee and also pay for the games. What?
Mm-hmm.
Do I misunderstand that? Maybe I'm thinking maybe I'm just hearing that wrong, and I can agree with that. But Xbox has a thing going on. One fee, game anywhere.
Yeah, that's nice.
So
Anybody else?
Yeah. When it comes to we're talking about Xbox and their mixed messaging right now.
Yeah.
So that's obviously been their biggest problem this whole generation. One member of their team says one thing, then the next day we hear the other thing. Like you were saying, like Ori is going to be the last game on the Switch, and then the very next day we have a different person from Xbox saying, "Oh, but we're going to put Game Pass on everything." Like technically, what they're saying is still accurate because putting a game natively on the Switch is very different than having it streamed through Game Pass. So they're not technically lying, but it's just a bad image because they're saying one thing like, "Oh, we're done. We're gonna keep all our games on Xbox and PC," but in reality, like they want their games on cell phones, they want their games on Switch, probably PS4, and like I just don't get why they can't have one consistent messaging. That's what people want to know. Like, why do you keep changing what you're saying? Like, Phil Spencer says one thing, then Aaron Greenberg says another thing, and they're always polar opposite too, which is the craziest part because they're never even close to what the other guy was saying.
Yeah.
And like, ideally, like what I think is going to happen is the Game Pass thing is real. Like, they're going to put their games everywhere. Like that just it is what it is. That's their new business model. Whether you like it or not, there's not much we can really do about it. But I just don't see the point of them like backtracking all the time. All it does is make them look one, stupid, and two, like either that they're liars or that their entire company is incompetent or that they don't talk to each other, which is even worse. Because you have a team that doesn't talk to each other, they're basically useless. Like I don't have a problem with them bringing their games to Switch. I don't think that's really an issue. I like that they're bringing their games to PC. Obviously, I'm playing Gears Pop right now on PC as we speak. For some reason, it's not on Xbox. It's a very
that's what I'm saying. Mixed messaging.
Very full time waster game. It's nothing special. I don't know why Colt Eastwood.
Hey, maybe Xbox is running like analytics right now. They're like, okay, we're gonna put some games on both platforms. Xbox.
Yeah, it just seems like they're testing to see what works and what doesn't work.
That's what I'm thinking right now too.
Yeah.
Like I guess with Gears Pop, the reason is because this game is just simply not built for controllers. That's probably why. But it's still dumb because like it's a Gears of War game and Gears is popularized on Xbox, so not having it there is weird. So I don't know why they do stuff like that.
Yeah,
they got to get their messaging down.
Basically, one thing that I think people never really say is Sega is a very crucial part of gaming history for the fact that they took their failure in the console market and showed how marketable it can be to simply just outsource to everyone.
Right.
Now, you take Microsoft that has more money and more resources with that formula, like, they're good to go.
Exactly.
is everybody on this topic? Well, I bet if Zen was in if he's in this chat or in this panel, oh boy, he'd be so heated and so mad right now. Well, we cannot talk anything negative about Xbox, even though if it's constructive criticism, that is negative. He don't want to hear. That's why he called this a fraudcast. I tried to get him on today. I tried to get him on the other day. I don't know. He don't like him no more.
He don't want to join, man.
No, he's I don't know what happened.
He'll get over it.
I don't know what happened.
He'll get over it.
It's
just a damn box.
Yeah.
I know, right?
That is not
Well,
that
you know what they
serious.
say, some people like boxes more than software.
Oh, wow.
If you know what I mean. But this is a completely different context.
Oh boy.
Oh man.
No, I need to fuck that. I gotta have some good quality games, man, because I'm a huge fan of Xbox, but right now I'm a bigger fan of Sony right now because they actually got the games to play, and like that Ghost of Tsushima, I heard that's supposed to be a cross-platform game. Is going to go to the PS5 as well. Is what I'm hearing.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
So that possibly could be the launch title for the PS5, and it's gonna be on PS4 at the same time. But you know, it's gonna look beautiful on the PS4 Pro. Like the PS4 Pro, like man, Sony's developers, it's just like they can take any type of game and make it look so beautiful, man, on the limited hardware. Kind of like with The Last of Us when it first came on the PS3. That people was like, wow, you should have got the PS4 because it looks like it looked damn near photorealism. Like Naughty Dog is a really talented team, man.
They are.
And I'm not sure who's doing this Ghost of Tsushima, but from what I saw of that game, it wasn't just cutscenes and CG, CGI. It was gameplay, and that game looks awesome, dude.
Yep.
So wow, so that's why I'm transitioning to I'm right now I'm getting my feet getting my feet sized up for some hooves. So I'm about to give me some hooves on my feet because I'm transitioning.
You trying to piss off G-Rock?
I'm transitioning to becoming a pony, and right now I'm looking for a stable to live in. So I'm gonna call my real estate, and I'm searching for some stables right now. So yeah, so I'm coming home to the pony fan base. And I know G-Rock, he doesn't like that right now.
You should make an ironic name just to fuck with him.
Oh,
like
I do it all the
PS5.
I do it all the time.
Discord name.
I do it all the time in the chat. They get so mad at me. And Zen, he said I can't come home.
G-Rock, Zen's the worst.
Oh, man. It's just so funny, man. I don't think they like me right now.
Happy with you.
They both of them happy with me. Nah, I'm sorry, man. I go where the games are at, man. I'm happy with the games.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, so do y'all think after next generation, y'all think Microsoft might go third party? Especially, like, I'm just going by what Phil Spencer said. Like, I don't care what Aaron Greenberg said. What does Phil Spencer says? Because Phil Spencer, he is the head of Xbox. He the one that last year talking about he wants to see all his games on all platforms. So
I think it depends on two major factors. One, how well the next Xbox platform does when they come out with the next console. And two, it's going to determine all the positive analytics they see from PC. Like, even if it's not just the games they're putting on PC, they'll probably look at things like the Epic Store, for example. Like, no one uses the Epic Store, but everyone's been talking about the Epic Store for Borderlands 3, for example. So if Epic Store is getting a lot of traffic just for people playing Borderlands 3, it's going to give them more incentive, to kind of come in and do more PC gaming if they see that many people, like, rushing over to it and different platforms on PC just to play single games. Because, let's be honest, as far as Xbox Live on PC, it's kind of dead. But every once in a while, they'll come out with games that people really want that maybe on Steam too, and they'll really have a lot of people on there. So if they can get
Man.
some more hits like that that convince people to play Xbox Live on PC, I'm more than sure they'll do it.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
So I think we talked about everything. We got a little time left. What do y'all think about that Spider-Man situation, MCU?
Oh God.
That's true.
It's so annoying.
I'm hearing it's not Sony. Well,
That's true.
what I'm hearing it's not Sony's fault. They say that's Disney being
It's
greedy.
Yeah. Okay. So let me describe it as best I can. Disney and Sony had a deal to share Spider-Man,
Yeah.
and the deal was, I think, either like Sony gets 90% of the movie profits,
Yeah.
and Marvel, Disney, whoever gets 5% or 10. I'm hearing 5 or 10. Like that part varies. Like 5 or 10% of the movie rights of the movie profit, and 100% of the merchandising rights.
Right.
Oh,
And Sony went to try to change the deal. Not Sony. I'm sorry. Disneyland.
Disney.
Not Disneyland. You know what I'm trying to say. Disney tried to change the deal to 50-50 split.
Oh hell no. That's a bad deal.
To my understanding,
Disney
Sony
being
was
greedy.
like, okay, but
Hell yeah.
Sony was like, okay, but we want Kevin Feige. I don't know how to say the guy's name. He was pretty much in charge of the Marvel MCU.
Right.
We want him more involved in Spider-Man movies. But Disney was like, well, he's too busy right now, so no. And that's when Sony was like, well, then we don't want to do this. And I'm originally hearing that they tried to do that earlier, and the Amazing Spider-Man movies were supposed to be part of the MCU.
Yeah.
But that didn't happen, so that's when they made the deal with Sony and stuff like that. So that's where, and then what happened recently is where they are now. That the part where I get confused is, what does the fuck does any of this have to do with the video games? Because people are swearing up and down that
It has nothing to do with the game.
Spider-Man is going to be, the next Spider-Man game is going to either be multi-plat or something. I'm like, what?
That tells you they don't know anything about these games, these game studios.
You're like, well, if they don't fix this, we're going to boycott PS4. It's like, that's not going to solve anything.
I know. What is that? That has nothing to do with anything.
Like, the gaming division has nothing to do with the movie division. It's all
people like feeling important, man.
Yeah.
that's what I got confused. They're trying to get mad at Sony and take it on PS4 and we're going to get, this means we're going to get the Sony can't make the game now. And now I'm like, what the fuck are you people talking about?
I'm gonna turn my PS4 off for an hour.
They were just kidding, but no, these people are dead serious.
I mean, the only way that would be plausible, like people were thinking, was if the original owner sold all rights of everything to one individual.
Right.
Luckily for us, Stan Lee is intelligent, so he did not do that. He sold pieces and still made sure he had a certain amount of control.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Some companies sell everything to one business, and smart companies sell little small pieces so that they still have control and can make reasonable trades with other companies and other organizations. Marvel is too big of a franchise to just give the power to one person.
What the deal with that is, I heard Marvel wasn't all. Of course, they wasn't that big in the '90s as far as in the movie industry, so they ain't had that much money. And what I learned from today is the fact that Marvel sold the rights to Sony for the Spider-Man for, I think, around $7 million, something like that.
Marvel in the 90s almost went bankrupt and started selling a bunch of or they did go bankrupt, something like that. So they sold the film rights to a bunch of different properties. Yeah. Spider-Man went to Sony, X-Men went to Fox. This was like years before Disney bought Marvel and the MCU even became a thing. So, they sold off to make money. They sold off film rights to all these different characters and stuff like that. Now they're all like, Disney's scrambling to get them all back.
No, it's not going to happen.
Marvel now, and
it's
it's
not
just
going to happen.
Like
Spider-Man.
they sort of are because they bought Fox.
They bought most of it back.
Yeah, but and they're joint with Sony.
They're not getting Spider-Man. They're not getting Spider-Man If you look at
Sony was more willing to work
Spider-Man's
with
too
to
important
work with
to Sony now.
Disney
Yeah.
than Fox was when it came to sharing a character.
Well,
'Cause-
Spider-Man is the most relevant Marvel character there is.
Yep.
First of all, most regular people
They
see
know
New York as
Spider-Man.
one of the biggest places in the United States and the most relevant. Not saying that it is, but a lot of people do look at it that way, and movies and TV shows portray it that way. And
Yeah.
Spider-Man comes from New York. Second, when Stan Lee was alive, he said out of all his heroes, Spider-Man was his favorite too. So
Yeah.
that's all.
And
So-
the reason why most of the Marvel characters are based in New York is that's where Stan Lee grew up, so he knew that place the best. That's why
And
it's all New York.
plus, if you look at the box office numbers, Spider-Man always did well. They don't need Disney's help, because I was looking at the box office numbers. The Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire 1 through 3, and of course you got the Amazing Spider-Man with what's his name? Garfield something
Yeah,
Garfield.
Andrew Garfield.
Andrew
Yeah.
Garfield.
So all those movies, those 5 films that has nothing to do with MCU or Disney, they all average about $700 million at the box office. I'm talking about like early 2000s and of course 2010 Spider-Man. That's a lot of money, especially around that time, the early 2000s, 700 million in the box office. So yeah, like they know that Spider-Man brings in a lot of money. So Sony, they was right to not take that deal. And from what
It was a bad deal.
it is a bad deal. So I can't put this on Sony.
No, this is totally Disney's fault. Like 100%.
Yeah, it's 100% Disney's fault.
The only Spider-Man
Yeah,
movie
man,
I've
greedy as
ever
hell.
seen that was bad was in the 90s. You might be able to find it on the Sci-Fi Channel still, but it was a really bad Spider-Man movie where he was a terrible fighter. He had this fight with Rhino, and Rhino actually accidentally crashed into something and almost killed himself, so Spider-Man didn't actually beat him, and like he was moonwalking on like the walls and stuff. It was the worst Spider-Man movie I've ever seen. Like it was worse than the Mario Brothers movie. It was that bad.
Wow. See, like Marvel, they messed up like in like technology. It was starting to progress in the late 90s, and once 2000 hit, that's when we was getting these realistic looking superhero movies that, of course, like when they do those special effects, it doesn't look all cheesy like those 80s, 70s Superman movies look. It was so cheesy.
Yeah.
But they should have waited a few more years, and it would have paid off. And they sold the rights to Sony for $7 million, so they got the bad end of that deal, man. But they the one that sold it, so you can't say nothing.
Can't do anything about
Yes.
it. Yeah, they're the one that sold it.
It's kind of like that situation with that Witcher writer, the one that wrote the novel for The Witcher. He sold the rights for pennies on a nickel, and now he's seeing that how much money he's making on the video game side. Now he's want to sue and he's mad. So
It's his own
yeah,
fault.
that's his fault. So that same thing was going on in this case. So except that of course they can't sue for that because Sony that's their property.
Yep.
So it sucks, man, because I want to see, was it Tom Holland, the actor, Spider-Man? I want to see him.
Yeah, he's a great Spider-Man.
Yeah, he's a good Spider-Man. Like, I would like to see him in the MCU, the universe, man, because, of course, he had a deep connection with Iron Man, and
Yeah.
I want him to finish the story with the Avenger guys, and from what I'm looking at, it's not going to happen, but things can change. Maybe they could come out with another deal or something.
Yeah, and that's the problem, though, is like back when, Spider-Man was basically individual, it's like you could reboot the series 1,000 times, it wouldn't matter because he's not really involved in any other story except Spider-Man.
Right.
Yeah.
Now they kind of fucked themselves on this one and wrote themselves into a corner because Spider-Man is now deeply ingrained into this MCU thing.
Yeah.
To a point where they can't continue without him.
Besides, everyone wants that one random lost episode of Marvel where Luke Cage and Spider-Man hang out in Harlem.
I'll do it. Yeah.
So it's kind of like, what do you do now? Because they pretty much made him, he was going to be the cornerstone of the next phase of Marvel movies, and now it's like, now what do you do?
And he has so many good crossovers. Like he crossed over with Luke Cage. He crossovers with Blade. Like, y'all all know Blade is part of the MCU now, right? They made that official.
Who?
Blade.
Yeah, he's part of it now.
Yeah, like Spider-Man has crossovers with him. He has crossovers with Punisher. He has crossovers with Luke Cage. He has crossovers with the X-Men. He has crossovers with Deadpool. He has crossovers with Hulk. Almost every relevant Marvel character that's in the MCU, Spider-Man has a crossover with, so it's easy money.
Mm-hmm.
He
I
can
mean, you're
literally
probably
be in
never
all
going
the
to see that in the movie.
comics.
Probably not.
Okay, so I guess that's all we have on this. Anybody got any questions in the chat before we get up out of here? Wrap this bad boy up. Y'all got some questions? Questions, people.
While we're waiting on questions, I just want everybody in the chat to Google Walt Disney and what he looks like. The man has a Hitler mustache. He can't be trusted.
Lord. All I know, he hated the Jews.
Yes,
He had a
did.
Hitler mustache. Of course he hated the Jews. Walt Disney looks like the equivalent of a 1980s dad who used to beat his wife on television.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even say
I'm dead
that.
serious.
What
Just
80s TV shows were you
just
watching?
Google-
I know, right?
Google Walt Disney. Just look at this picture, bro.
Man, 80s TV shows are wholesome. What the hell are you talking about?
You kidding me? Have you ever watched The Honeymooners?
That's a bad one. Yeah.
That's in the 50s,
That
though.
was 80s, my boy.
That guy threatens to beat his wife every day.
You didn't have it. So there you go.
There were a lot of things like that in the 80s. And even the ones that didn't push as far as The Honeymooners, they hinted at it. Archie Bunker.
Can I have it? Can I have it?
Oh, Archie Bunker is racist, though.
Oh yeah, he was. He was racist. That's one TV. Yeah, you can express how you want to express.
The
Around that
bad
time.
part about that was like that was the point of the show, but the rest of his family was trying to tell him to shut the fuck up. But he
Yeah.
just
Yeah, they always racist as hell. Every TV show was. You can't say stuff like that no more, man. You got these SJWs, and of course you got these people on these internet trolls, these ninjas. Every day there's an outcry
better
on
when
Twitter.
TV and movies offended everybody and not
Oh,
just-
everything offended
They
everybody.
offended everybody, but people still laughed about it.
And what was the people was complaining about? There was really no LGBT enough of that in the Avengers movie. They was mad about that. I was like, oh my god, man! I was like, it's just to a point I won't be able to watch anything anymore because everybody gonna cry about that.
I barely watch TV now, so I ain't missing nothing.
Yeah.
Damn.
I only watch TV during the TV season. Other than that, I'm not really.
Idiot box been off for a long time. Boy.
That's all. What it's an idiot box that pushes all these damn agendas. I ain't trying to get deep into that, but these agendas that they are pushing, man, I'm just sick of it, man. I ain't saying what it is. I'm just sick of it.
Yeah.
Hey, what? Cut it out. Stop. Shit.
See, I think the problem is everybody's trying to be offended by everything. I think things don't agree with it. I just look at it and go, okay, well, that happened.
Hey, be alright.
It's not as loud.
Hey, be alright.
Most people got to start a damn campaign against every little thing they see on TV. Oh my god, we can't. I just look at things and be like, that was a thing, but whatever.
Some of the stuff they make agendas for don't even make sense a lot of times now.
Question: when Real going to buy his hooves? Pretty soon, man. Pretty soon. Probably when the PS5
You don't
comes
buy
out.
them; they just grow on their
They
own.
just grow. I don't know. Maybe when I get that PS5, maybe I'll buy some hooves and do an unboxing video with the hooves on, and get a tail.
That would be awesome. Please do that.
I think I might
That would
piss.
be really funny.
I'll probably would piss off G-Rock to where he probably want to beat me up.
No, I just want to see you try to open a fucking box with hooves on.
Oh man, that would be funny.
All right, any more questions in there? Any more questions? Any more questions? You mean
Look, nobody else needed would like to know why you're so awesome.
Faye James said you mean LGBTQ? I ain't trying to dig into that, man. I'm just saying all these agendas. There's a lot more agendas than just the LGBTQ. You can't do nothing without offending anybody.
Yeah,
Everybody's offended. Everybody. It's not enough heterosexuals. Not enough.
People
enough
use
gay
the word
people.
agenda way too loosely these days.
It's not enough women. Not enough black people. Not enough people of color. Now it's a people of color agenda that's going on now.
I think the biggest one that grinds my gears is going back to a comedy special from anywhere from 5 to 10 years ago and complaining about it. That one's ridiculous.
That makes no
Oh
sense.
my god! Oh, no, for sure. I know what you're talking about. I'm like, I'm on, scrolling through Facebook, whatever. This is why Friends was a terrible TV show. I'm like, shut up.
Yeah, shut up. Hey.
I don't think people realize that a lot of these TV shows are written, the characters were meant to be written awfully.
Yeah.
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 You know they were pieces of shit. That's what made them funny. Yes, we know Al Bundy and Homer Simpson are horrible people. That's why we laugh at them.
I love Married Children. He was funny.
Yeah.
Married with Children is a really funny show.
And so was Little Giants. That was an amazing movie.
Which one?
Little Giants.
Oh yeah, I like Little Giants.
I'm more coaching that movie.
No more questions? You gonna trigger G-Rock into going Xbox? No, he's not. Well, G-Rock, he been trolling the hell out of everybody ever since that announcement from Insomnia Games.
Alright, I'm back. What's happening?
Oh my goodness, boy, you need to go to sleep. Shit. God, hey.
Hey, so what topic?
Hey, good luck.
So what topic are we on?
Shit, we almost finished.
Yeah.
We were talking about racist shows in the 80s, people being too sensitive, and how to grow your pony hooves.
Tayshawn, that would never happen, ever. It will never happen, Tayshawn.
What do you say?
What?
It will never happen.
What?
That Real would never admit it, even though he knows it's real.
Oh, no. Ain't talking about, no, it's true. Like, Streets of Rage 2 is the best.
No.
Yeah. And from the looks of it, Streets of Rage 4 might be the best from what I'm looking at. Next question. Let's get off that question.
To be fair, in Turtles in Time, every character is pretty much balanced. In Streets of Rage, you always have 2 relevant characters and 2 that's trash. So if you're playing 3 players, you're kind of fucked if you don't pick the first 2 characters fast enough. Let's be honest.
Did y'all ever talk about that Mario Sunshine remake or something?
Oh yeah, we totally forgot about that.
I forgot about that.
They remaking the game?
I don't know. But Nintendo, they put out some cryptic, message.
Remaking the game.
Oh no. Okay, I know what you're talking about now. All they did was again, this is the internet being internet, and the same people who they hear a fart from a tree and think a Nintendo Direct is coming.
Exactly.
They just posted a picture of Mario eating a watermelon.
Yeah.
That was it.
And it said something like, even Mario needs a vacation, something like that.
And somehow that turned into...
Wow, they ran with it like that, huh?
Oh, Mario Sunshine 2 is coming out, guys.
You know it.
Like, they just posted a picture of Mario in a bathing suit. Or something.
Eating a watermelon. Like damn, can Mario have a vacation or something?
Like, oh my god. These are the same people, like I said, every 5 minutes they think there's a Direct coming. They got absolute proof. Oh, there's a Direct coming.
Oh man, I can't stand it when these guys are, where's the Direct? It's been 2 days since Nintendo said something. Where's the Direct?
Nintendo never announced the Direct, you dummy.
See,
I saw some people making videos like Nintendo hasn't said anything in days. I'm like, they just had an indie Direct yesterday. Like, what are you guys talking about?
That's what you call a thirsty YouTuber. They're thirsty. For views, thirsty. That's all.
First month of the year, January, every fucking 5 minutes. Oh, there's Direct coming tomorrow. I went out for 31 days. 31. 31 days went, no Direct happened. But they swore that was going to happen.
It's like they want to direct. They want to direct after one Direct has happened.
Yeah, I know, right? The same day. I know we just had a Direct, but I'm worried Nintendo has nothing. Where's the next one?
I need 3 more, please.
I know Nintendo's had their E3, but when the next Nintendo Direct coming? I want to see some more games.
I need more.
Come on, Nintendo. Come on, Nintendo. You're making me wait long. I'm pretty old.
So I bought me another Sega Saturn, so this time I actually got the box to it. So I was pissed and I was mad that I sold my other Sega Saturn, my games, but I'm starting over, but this time I got the actual box. It's actually in good shape though. If you are a collector, I know y'all don't care about Sega Saturn. I know y'all Nintendo.
Nah, you good. I like Sega Saturn.
Second what?
The Saturn.
Saturn was great, man. That thing got
Yeah, I like the Saturn. Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, they got really great games, man.
I know.
I mean, Sega Saturn was also my first CD player, basically.
Technically, I think it was mine.
I'm not gonna lie. I had a Sega Saturn and I can't remember the games on it.
Well, actually, the Sega CD was my first CD player. The Sega CD.
That's also true.
Mm-hmm.
I remember you could like
Dreamcast was ahead of its time, but I don't know
you
about
put the
Saturn.
game disc in there and leave the thing open, and then close it, and you can listen to the music without playing the game or some shit like that.
Yeah.
They were too ahead of their time that you could just copy their games, though. That's the problem.
That was
Copyright wasn't evolved enough back then.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
I remember like going to the night market back in the day and just had like a wall of pirated games. And like that shit was just crazy to me. You could buy games for like every console. Oh shit. Sorry.
yeah. I used to have this little thing, I forget what they call it. You plug it in your PS1 and you can play the backup games on it.
The Action Replay. I used to have one.
I think it was that, or you can put
Talking about the imports.
Play
that, or you can burn games and play them too. It was this disc. I forget what it was called too. I had a disc where you just put it in there first, and then you can just put the game in after.
Yeah.
Play whatever you want.
I know the one I had was called Action Replay. You had to use it to play the old games like Dragon Ball Ultimate Battle 22 and Legends.
Yep, I had that one
Only
too.
in the magazine, you had to pay by COD or money order to get it mailed to your house. You waited like 4 damn weeks, even though you paid a month ago.
Yep. Oh man, I don't miss them days.
Yeah, that Sega Saturn cost me $200, man. That shit is expensive, dude.
Man, you rich, man.
I ain't
all this money.
No, I just traded some stuff in. That's what I did. I traded some of my Super Nintendo games in. Turtles in Time was one of them.
How dare you? How dare
you?
What's up, big boy?
Oh, you got
your mind.
I'm sorry, man. It had to go, man.
No.
Where's the curtain? Y'all knocked it down, huh?
Mm-hmm. Hey, but I did buy what's it at? This game.
Yeah.
Oh, where's the other one at? This game. So I did buy Super Smash Bros, Melee, and Mario Sunshine. So I do have that. So you can start cheering. Start cheering.
Yo, Melee is godlike. You're gonna love it. Wave dashing, wave landing, faster pace, higher combo ratio. It's not very floaty. Camping with fireballs is almost non-existent.
Okay, there, Shokio.
I like Smash Ultimate. I think Smash Ultimate's the most fun I've ever had with Smash Brothers. Oh, damn it.
Yeah, Smash.
I really see it different though, is because I play traditional fighting games and Melee is like close to the traditional.
That's the closest one.
Yeah, Smash Ultimate's the closest thing we got to.
Yeah, Ultimate's like the closest thing that gave me that feeling.
Call Project M.
Back in high school, where I used to play Melee. Yeah.
Anyway, I guess we need to wrap this bad boy up. You know, we just talking about random stuff. But yeah, anybody, any final thoughts? Anybody want to say before we get them out of here?
Oh, what's this?
Yes, I'm very heartbroken right now.
For what?
Well, it's heartbroken.
Because Becky Lynch is engaged to Seth Rollins, and she can do better than that.
Stepping out on you.
And every time I look on Facebook, I gotta see a fucking picture about it.
Oh yeah, didn't Hannah Montana dump like Thor's brother or something?
Damn, so Seth. I didn't know Seth Rollins was gay.
Oh, I think he's totally the chick in that relationship.
Oh, absolutely.
Hey, Jalen, you guys have people run out and come after you about saying that.
Huh? What you say?
So you're gonna have some people come after you, man.
He would say he don't care. He has no
Yeah.
People
people
that can have STDs now.
Everybody knows it's a joke. Because Chef Marley,
You know I'm messing with you, man.
I know. Chef
Anyway,
Marley,
I guess let's wrap this bad boy up. So anyway, it was a good show today. You had a few things to talk about. Talk about Xbox. Talked about Sega. Talked about who else did we talked about? Play PS5. The Dev Kids. Talked a little. Watch your little boy. Okay, yeah, I need to rock this bad boy. He's acting up. Yeah. So it was fun. It's a fun show. Good show. We'll do it again next week and trying to be consistent with the show. I know some people still don't know that I went live because the notifications is tripping, and of course YouTube like to unsubscribe people from me. So I see it every day. You know, people just magically unsubscribing from my channel, and some people telling me I never unsubscribed from you. YouTube did it, so you know how it is, man. I can't win or lose with YouTube. But yeah, but anyway, I guess it's gonna wrap this bad boy up. Get up out of here. Appreciate everybody for coming, joining us, supporting the channel, and let's try to get a little bit more people heard next week. Share the video. I'm gonna put the link to my Discord in the comment section as soon as the podcast upload. So, like I said, I appreciate everybody coming out tonight, and let's go ahead and get to our outro, starting with Alex.
All right, what's going on, everyone? Alex Prime here. Holy shit, what is that?
That's Amazon.
Oh, my bad. I thought I had myself on mute. My bad, yo.
Okay. Well, this is a fun podcast.
Turn the kitchen sink on. My bad, man. Let me mute it.
All right. Go ahead, Alex.
All right. Well, yeah, this is a good podcast. A lot of cool stuff to talk about today. Hopefully, we can keep it going every week like we used to.
I'm gonna try, man. I'm gonna try.
Yeah.
I think you're trying to hit something at me. Get your lazy ass up. All right, Nick. Man. Go ahead, Nick.
All right, it's been another episode of Real Talk. Yeah, I think we had a pretty good show today. I think we had pretty good talk and stuff like that. Also, remember to follow me on Twitch. Do that, please. Or not. I don't care. Just whatever. But, no, do it. I do care. Follow me on Twitch. Watch me play 2 versions of Smash Brothers on Tuesdays. Real Smash, and then fake, boring one-on-one Smash.
Yeah, with fake boring Smash with items.
That's the best one.
Ignore the ramblings of this madman over here.
No. That's the
You might as well buy loot boxes now if you want to play with items.
This man said loot boxes.
That is just man, that is wrong.
That is slander, sir.
That's blasphemy. Come on.
That's the handicap version of Smash.
Tell us more about items of Smash, but come on.
I guess let's go with you, Jay. Get your outro out the way.
This is your boy Jalen. Thank you for having me, and everyone have a good night.
All right, Amazoo.
Yo, it's your boy Amazoo. It's a great podcast. See y'all next week.
All right, short and simple. Retro Bro.
What's up, YouTube? Had a lot of fun tonight, and a random question for y'all. Trying to collect a little data here. Who had the better performance? Miss Shirley, second shift, cooking 341 chicken sandwiches, or Michael Jordan with the flu scoring 38 points in the game while sick? Night, everybody.
Oh, Lord. That is so classic Retro Bro. Okay, I got one last question before we get out. Popeye's chicken sandwich or Chick-fil-A?
My wife's cooking.
Oh, come on.
I haven't had the chicken sandwich yet.
You only got 2 choices, sir.
Hey, has anyone tried that KFC Cheetos chicken sandwich?
Nah, I didn't, but
I don't even mess with KFC, boy.
I tried the
KFC's like on a mission to kill people.
Oh, man.
No, I actually tried the chicken sandwich yesterday from Popeyes. It is pretty good. I see what the big, uproar.
People are going crazy for that sandwich, man.
I'm like, what the hell's wrong with y'all people, man? Y'all going crazy over some damn chicken sandwiches?
Did you
Fun
see that
fact,
one dude? He
Popeyes
jumped through the
always
window to
had
beat up the
They're going
employee?
absolutely crazy for it. What is so good about it?
Man, I heard they taking pre-orders on this.
What?
They're taking pre-orders of sandwiches.
Man,
Let me
Get
find
out of
out if
here.
GameStop does
That's
Popeye's
wild.
business model.
How can you do that?
I don't know, man.
Oh man, they going overnight Amazon ship it to you
I guess.
You don't be delivering sandwiches ever through.
same day delivery.
I'm here for the chicken sandwich. Did you pre-order? No, then we ain't got one for you.
Oh, come back tomorrow.
That's messed
Put
up.
your order in for tomorrow then.
Oh man,
Man, man,
Anyway,
what a world! What a
yeah,
world we live in,
Yeah,
boy.
I
You
know.
can pre-order
That's absolutely crazy.
biscuit meals now.
Pre-ordering a sandwich. What a world.
2019.
Yeah. Anyway, this was a fun podcast. We'll try to be back next week. I'm gonna try Thursday. If not, then if I can't do it Thursday, then Friday will probably be the day because I know Friday. Honestly, Friday's probably best for me because I got more things to do since I don't have to go to work the next day. So I don't know how y'all feel about Friday. I think Friday might be best for
I'd probably
me.
be better with Friday since I now can have a Monday through Thursday streaming schedule.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
fine.
Fridays are good.
Okay, we can do Fridays for now if y'all mind, cause I don't have to wake up 4 in the morning, Saturday, so Friday might be good for me. But yeah, anyway, preach. God, take this little boy, get over here. Anyway, yeah, I gotta get up out of here. But anyway, appreciate all y'all that came and supported. No, Scott.
That baby kicking your ass.
Yes, he is. Anyway, guys, appreciate y'all coming in, and we will see y'all next week. Peace out. Jesus
Later.
Christ. Oh, my God. He is kicking.